Hey, how you doing? Thanks so much for being here with me today. We're going to be talking about how to get started in voiceover. This is what we're going to be discussing today. So if you're someone that is brand new to voiceover, you're just getting started, and you want to learn how to start, build, and grow a successful voiceover career, you want to make sure that you subscribe to this channel. Also tick the bell so that you know exactly when I'm about to go live and when I upload a brand new video. Welcome in here, Kenny Briggs. Thanks for being here with me. My friend Cyrus Webb is in the house, checking my shirt. Good evening, Melvin. Glad to have you in here. Everything's good. Ross, thanks for asking. We got Mr. William 1072 in here. I gotta wonder what that 1072 is all about. What's up, Mr. William? Glad to be in here. Brian Graves, what's up, my friend? Look, a voiceover is something that is definitely not the easiest thing to get started in. There's so much different information that you need to grab a hold to, from technical information, from acting skills, audio production, the whole 9 yards. And let's not forget client acquisition. How are you actually going to get work? It's one of those things where I think is always left on the back burner, and maybe it needs to be, especially when you're in the learning phase. You want to learn how to do these things, right? You want to learn the microphone selection that you need to have. You want to learn the recording environment that you need to be operating in. You want to learn your digital audio workstation, the software that you record your voice with. You need to pick one, select one, dive all into it to make sure that you're learning that. That can take a little time. So let's not get that twisted. That can take a little time, especially when you think about the busy schedules that many of us have today with, you know, whether you have kids, grandkids, wives, husbands, you know, bills to pay, you're working a full-time job. There's all these things to consider when you're looking to go ahead and get into the voiceover industry. And you definitely have to have a strong why. You have to have a strong why in regards to why you even want to do this. And I can tell you this, and I've learned this over the years with a lot of things that I've been involved with. If the only thing that you're really concerned about is making money, it's not going to be the thing that sustains you, because it may take you some time to actually make real money. You know, money that you can sustain your life, your family, your household, and things of that nature with. It could take you some time, especially going back again to what I said about just the schedules that all of us could have in regards to doing this. It is definitely probably, I don't know, I would say most people involved in getting in voiceover, this has come from a side hustle thing, right? You're trying to figure out a way to make some money on the side and hopefully to build a business and things of that nature. But what I want to dive into, it is the most asked question that I get. And when I did the poll last week to ask everyone on the YouTube channel, if you're not following me on YouTube, you never see my polls. So you want to make sure that you do that so you can get your votes in. But, you know, just about every week I put out a poll that literally asks what you want me to be talking about. And from that poll that I did last week, I got this week's topic to cover based on what you guys say. So make sure that you participate in those polls. And by the way, let me know if you participated in the poll that got to this live stream. Let me know if you selected this as one of your answers, or if you selected another one. Let me know that as well. But it is the most asked question that I've ever gotten. How do I get started in voiceover? That is the number one question that I get. It is the reason why this book is out now, Becoming a Voice Actor. The 4 steps to get you on your way. This book, the link is in the description. You can look it up on Amazon. Go grab this book, because this book is literally going to answer those questions for you. What do you need to get started in voiceover? And you're going to see, and I'll switch cameras here, you're going to see that I've got here in the table of contents, I've got a couple steps. Step 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 steps that you need to take. And if you take a look at this, going past the introduction, step 1 that you need to do is make a decision. Why are you going to get into voiceover? What is your reasoning behind that? And how do you actually want to accomplish, or why do you want to accomplish this goal? Is it, I mean, many of us, we've been told, oh, you've got a great voice. You should do voiceover. You should be doing commercials or things of that nature. A lot of us have gotten that, right? I believe Ben, one of the people that is actually quoted in this book as well, that was one of the things that was told to him by friends, by his wife, and all these other things. And a lot of us have been told that. You have a voice that needs to be heard, and you ought to go ahead and get into voiceover. Now, step number 2, which is the one I think most people get excited about, right? Step number 2 is you got to buy your microphone. Now, it could be a couple steps in step number 2, right? You got to buy your microphone, depending on the type of microphone that you wind up buying. If it's a USB microphone, then there's nothing you need to worry about. You just plug right in via USB and you go for broke right into your computer. If you go the XLR route, where you have to have an audio interface, then you have to select an audio interface so that you can plug that audio interface into your computer. That's step number 2 of being able to accomplish all of this, with that. So those decisions right up front, depending on where you are, and you might want to literally take it slow or start off slow. Like, just start off with a USB microphone. I believe everyone probably knows what a USB microphone looks like, but if you go the XLR route, which is a connection that looks like this, those three connectors that are right there, those 3 silver things, that's an XLR connection. So you need an XLR cable that will then effectively, that cable from your microphone will go in to something like this, which is an audio interface, which is right there. You plug in right there, and then on the back of that, you've got your USB connections to plug in via USB to your computer. That's how you get that sound into your computer and into your digital audio workstation. So you may want to start off, if you're not sure, right, that this is actually what you want to do. You don't want to spend a ton of money on gear. You don't want to spend a ton of money on anything from a microphone or anything else. Start off with maybe what you have, which all of us have something like this, a smartphone, right? All of us have something like a smartphone that you can actually record your voice on and start practicing before you start spending money. So you've made a decision, right? This is how you get started. You've made a decision that this is what you want to do. And then you want to start practicing. So how do you practice? Let me tell you one of the most effective ways I have ever found to practice when you're looking to get into voiceover, or even when even if you're in voiceover and you're looking for different scripts. Grab yourself a magazine. I mean, go grab yourself one of the top rated magazines, or whatever it is you want to call it. I don't care if it's a news magazine, a fashion magazine, whatever it is. Those magazines are full of advertisements. Literally read those advertisements, because it's almost like they're built for print, but they can also be converted and actually read as is as an actual ad. And you start practicing that. And you might think that that wouldn't work, but what this is going to do, what the practice is going to do for the brand new voiceover artist that's looking to actually get started. When you record your voice and start listening to it back, and even allowing other people to listen to what it is that you're producing, you're going to start getting opinions, you're going to start getting feedback, you're going to have your own feedback on your own voice. But let me warn you, for those of you that have never recorded your voice, probably what is going to happen when you record your voice and you listen to it back, you probably will not like how your voice sounds. And you'll be like, is that me? There's a whole bunch of different reasons why that happens, but it happens to all of us, right? We hear our voice and it doesn't sound like what we think we sound like, but that is you, and that's how people hear you. Now, don't get scared about it. Don't even get it twisted, but that's like one of the things you'll run into. But before you go full bore into saying, I'm going to be in voiceover, you got to make the decision. You've got to start at least recording your voice on your cell phone, right? But if you want to spend a couple, 20, 30, 40 bucks to grab you an inexpensive USB microphone to plug into your computer, There's nothing wrong with going ahead and doing that. It may not be, probably won't be, the microphone that you end up doing voiceover with, but it's the way that you can start getting more informed about a lot of things. Because after you select the microphone that you're going to use, even if you're using your cell phone, you can transfer that audio to your computer, because what you're going to need to start doing then is learning how to use what we call a DAW, a DAW. Stands for Digital Audio Workstation. It is simply the software that you use to record your voice with. In these DAWs, one of the most popular ones that people actually wind up getting when they're brand new is a free software called Audacity. If you've never downloaded Audacity before, because you've not really gotten into this yet, just go to Google, type in Audacity, and go and download Audacity. And then what you can do, you can look at information on this YouTube channel, which will show you how to use Audacity. You can research a lot of different YouTube channels. There are so many videos on literally how to use Audacity. It's crazy. So you're not going to be you're not going to have a lack of information on how to actually get started in voiceover when you do this. There is a plethora of information. Now you can literally get lost in the weeds with a lot of this stuff, but a lot of it's actually fun to me. Sometimes getting a little lost in the weeds in the beginning is actually okay, because you don't know what you don't know, and you gather this information, and then you start seeing what information and the person you're getting the information from, you literally start saying, yeah, this is the direction that I want to go. And so when you're looking at getting started in voiceover, it is that thing about, am I going to play with this for a couple of months or a couple of years? Or am I going to dive into this? Or am I just going to do it here and there? You know, as far as trying to figure out if this is the thing that I want to do. Because especially, I think for younger people, more so than people that are like around my age and especially older, we're not looking to do a lot of different things. Younger people, you guys want to dibble and dab in a lot of different areas, which I think is amazing. I think is good for young folks to do. I'm talking about, 20s, mid-20s, even, 30 or whatever. But look and find what your passion is and see if voiceover is actually that thing. And you'll know, here's the thing, you'll know it is that thing for you if it's the thing that you go to sleep thinking about, you wake up thinking about, you daydream about, and it's all you actually want to do as far as the learning of it and how to do it. So let's go back and take a look at some of the stuff that folks are writing in here for me. Yeah, I think we got Bill there. Penny, thanks Penny, saying she's excited to get the book. You can go right now if you go on Amazon, you might see some things there. Go on Amazon and just the link's in the description, or you can just look up Becoming a Voice Actor and you'll see it there on Amazon. Cyrus has said, I ordered my copy on Amazon. Should be here this weekend. Awesome. Thank you so much, my friend. Mr. Webb, by the way, was responsible for the press release going out of this book on this morning, the early AM. It is out on several different media outlets talking about the book. He was responsible for crafting and creating my press release, which I thoroughly thank him for. even though I think he made fun of the picture that I sent him to go along with the press release. But it is all over the place right now. If you're following me on Facebook, you can literally see it right there on my personal Facebook page. But I just wanted, since I know Cyrus is on, I wanted to say thank you for doing that for me, because it is definitely appreciated. Let's see who else here has gotten here. Let's see. Ben is saying, which USB microphones are best for voiceovers? Now, I have some opinions about this. I do, and I'm sure that you know I have opinions about these things. But here's what I want you to understand. When it comes down to whether it's me or some other voice actor coach that is out there, the thing that I always make sure that I do before I recommend something is actually use it, right? Actually use it. And like what it is that I hear from it when it comes down to the functionality and all of that. there are, or I'm just going to suggest one, and you can actually find this one in my store. But this right here, the Shure MV7, and it's called a podcast microphone. But this is a heavy hitter. I can't even act like it's not. This microphone is definitely a heavy hitter. If you look in the link for this video, you'll see a link to, you know, all my affiliate links for Amazon and stuff like that. And I would appreciate it if you did use my links for that. But it'll take you to my store. This microphone I can suggest to use. If you've been in for a while and you know that this is what you want to do. Now, the good thing about this microphone from Shure is that it will grow with you. It is not, I was seeing if I had it out of the box, but I think it's in the box. This microphone will grow with you, the MV7, because this is either it operates either USB and it also operates XLR. It's about $200, I think, for this microphone. But this is a good investment for someone that is serious about voiceover. Now, there are other brands that I have, and I'll pull out this particular one over here. This one from Toner. I've used this one. It's a less expensive mic. I think it's in about the $70 range. This one is a USB microphone from Toner. Link is in the description for that as well. You can grab this one and be confident that you're going to actually be able to use this one for a while. You're not going to get it and then say, you know what, I want to switch it up, I want a better mic. You can actually use this one for an extended period of time in your voiceover career, because it is that good and that powerful of a USB microphone on the lower end of the scale. So those are my only two suggestions that I offer, because those are the ones that I've used and actually like the sound of those particular microphones. But again, if you don't know that you really want to get into this yet, start off with a less expensive mic from Toner for about $30 or $25. If you look back over my videos that I've done before, back during Black Friday sale and all that kind of stuff, I reviewed a lot of lower end microphones under $50 that you'll actually be able to see if you just want to test out whether or not you want to do voiceover or not. So you can definitely do that. Let's see. Good evening, Anthony. Thank you for being here with us today. Hat Powser saying that's what I have. An itty bitty Focusrite Scarlett paired with the Blue Ember XLR mic per recommendation of Josh Meyer, voiceover master. I'm familiar with Josh. Great channel. All right. Ben is saying Focusrite rules. I guess they want me to pull out my Focusrite. Do I have it up here? I thought I did. I've got my... Oh, I had it in my... I already showed it, didn't I? Here's a Focusrite. This is a Focusrite audio interface that you can use with your XLR microphones. That's what that is. Let's see. Going through here. World Blessing is saying, I love Focusrite 2. Started with the Behringer and it stopped working. I went through that too with Behringer myself. Switched to Focusrite Scarlett 2i2. Awesome. Awesome. Kenny's saying the Zoom L8. That's another audio interface there too. I think that's an audio interface. I have the Zoom H5. So I believe the Zoom L8. I'm thinking that is a audio interface. You have to correct me if I'm wrong on that, Kenny. Let's see what else. Penny saying I already purchased one for my Kindle, the book. My goodness, thank you so much, Penny. Definitely appreciate that. Cyrus, hey man, no, thank you, man. It is my pleasure to work with you. Kenny saying I have dynamic mics. So let me explain some of this terminology. Kenny just said he has a dynamic mic. There are two different types of, basically, well, there's more than two, but the two that we use in voiceover, I should say, is going to be a dynamic microphone or a condenser microphone. That's kind of the thing. A condenser microphone needs 48 volts of phantom power to it, which is why you use something like a Focusrite that you can see on the front. It has that button for 48 volts right there. It needs phantom power. That's what a condenser microphone needs. A dynamic microphone does not need power added to it, supposedly, but you don't have to. You can't actually add that 48 volts of power to it unless you're using something like this. Now, this is getting a bit technical, but this can change basically a dynamic mic into a something that will accept 48 volts of power so that you can get more boost on it. So I don't want to get too technical today talking about that kind of stuff. But when you get into these things, they're the two major decisions that go into getting into voiceover. And it's just getting into voiceover. Sometimes I think when people talk or ask about how do I get started in voiceover, they're actually asking, how do I start making money in voiceover? And that's what I started to think. Because I get asked this question so many times, and then I get asked questions, well, how do I make money on Fiverr? How do I make money on Upwork? All this other kind of stuff. But when we're just getting started, and the rubber has not even met the road yet in your voiceover career, it's the decisions that you make on how you actually are going to do it, right? Are you going to go all in? Are you going to tap your foot in the, your toe in the water or whatever? You're going to take it slow, or do you want to go fast? And you'll make those decisions and determine that. Mr. Williams saying, I just recommended that too to someone yesterday. I think he's probably talking about the Shure NV7 microphone on that. Kenny's saying Rode NT USB is a great mic. Kenny, I'm assuming you've used that. Oh, you corrected me. Let's see, the Zoom ZDM1 mic is okay. All right. Ruth is saying Earl's Amazon shop is a great place to see what he recommends and why he does so. Thank you so much, Ruth. Link is in the description for anyone that would like to check that out. Mr. William, I have the Focusrite Solo as my travel piece, as well as Ben is saying the Shure NV7 dual outputs, XLR USB, and toner. I'll add those to my new collection. Go for it, man. Links in the description for that stuff. Ruth is even saying my Focusrite is ancient and still ticking. So is mine. Mine is at least 6 years old by this point. Man, you guys are saying so much. Hi, Earl. Just bought your book on Kindle, Becoming a Voice Actor. Thank you, Rhonda. Definitely appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. The official book release is March 1st, so that's coming up Wednesday, right? That's why we put out the press release this morning to let everybody know that it's out. The website activity, by the way, Cyrus, my website activity has gone like through the roof today. For the website, it's Steps to Voiceover Success. So I definitely, again, have to give you a shout out for that. Jarwan is saying, I just invested in a PreSonus 2 audio interface. Something like this. I have all the gear. I've even got a PreSonus audio interface right there as well. Where are you folks in your journey? Like that are watching right now, or even if you're watching me on the replay, where are you in your journey for voiceover? Are you just starting? Or just answer this question in chat. What year or when did you get started in voiceover? If it was last week, say last week. You just got interested. If you've been in for a couple of months, say that. If you've been in for a couple of years, say that. I just kind of want to see and kind of dissect a little bit here of what's happening with my current audience. But when you go and you grab this book, Becoming a Voice Actor, what's going to happen is it's going to give you a definite path to take. Because even after step 2 and you get into step 3, it's going to take you down the path of, I meant the wrong camera, of actually, I got to get it, so, let me just switch cameras here, because I can do that. Step 3, download your DAW, your digital audio workstation. And then once you've selected that and you're starting to play around with it, you can't break it, so don't worry about breaking it. And then the 4th step that's in this book, which, Becoming a Voice Actor, the 4 steps to get you on your way. The 4th step in this book is you got to start recording. Record and edit your audio. So you got to start learning that. Now I've got more steps in this book. I've got 2 bonus steps. Even get into how to start getting work right? So it's a very, I think it can be very impactful for that person that is literally looking to just get started in all of this. We've got different folks in here. I just found this page. We've got Miss Penny in here. What did Miss Penny say? She said, well, I needed to find something that was in my budget, but that also was good quality. Even now, I would like to upgrade at some point, but right now I have the TZ Stellar X2 large diaphragm cardioid condenser XLR microphone. Say that 5 times, right? It seems to be great. I was thinking to upgrade because I know there was some mics that didn't pick up all the outside noise as much. So I was thinking of moving to a shotgun mic. That's what I use right here. So that's why I think I might need to get a different one later so that I won't pick up the noise out there. That's a consideration, and that's a very intelligent consideration when you're looking at the type of microphone that you're going to get based on the type of environment that you're going to be recording in. Condenser microphones are notorious for picking up like everything. That's what they're built for. But when you're using something like a shotgun microphone, the element is so small, it's not trying to pick up everything, it's trying to pick up right here is what it's trying. The pickup pattern is what we call it. The pickup pattern is so small, and once you really get heavier into voiceover, those things will become more relevant. But at the beginning, all you need to concern yourself with is getting your voice into your digital audio workstation, your DAW. All right, we've got some other comments coming in here. Rhonda saying started VO October 2020. Melvin just said just a couple of months, but thanks to your help, I'm about to start auditioning very soon. Awesome, man. Love to hear stuff like that. That is great. Ben saying 2020, 2021, 2022, full blast. Okay, got it. Going full blast this year in 2023. World Blessings took a break for various reasons. 2020 to 2022. Brian, great talking to you and your wife last night too, Brian. Very good conversation. Thanks so much for that. Brian said started December 2022. I have my gear, treated recording space, and now setting up and finalizing my Fiverr account. Awesome. William, Mr. Bill is saying been in for a few years, but actually worked at it 2 months. Been working at it for 2 months. Ruth started in 2017, taking on assignments with a podcast creator. Anthony Linnaeus is saying, I got started in January 2023, producing and releasing in the next 2 weeks. Love it. Love that. Get it going. Just starting, but getting his feet wet already. And then we got American Invent Rentals. Just set up my room. Let's give you a horn blast on that one. You're getting it underway. You're getting it underway. I'm loving this. Mr. William is saying, I'm so impressed by my shotgun mic. I refuse to go back to anything. Love it, love it, love it. Jarwan is saying, I need help creating a demo. I started October 2022. Now, let's talk about something here. So, I've given you a lot of reasons, or a couple of reasons. You need to grab this book. I want you to go to Amazon right now. If you do not have this, and you need help getting started, you need to go grab this on Amazon right now. Becoming a Voice Actor by Earl Hall. It is going to be well worth the money. Believe me, it is. I'm giving you my all in this book. So go and grab that. Now, there's a differentiator here. Now, I have a very particular and special group that I work with on Saturdays. It is for people that actually have gotten started. You have all of your gear. You are starting to already get work. And now you're trying to take yourself to the next level. It's not for people that don't have gear. It's not for people that are still wondering if they want to get into voiceover. It's not for someone, basically, if you have all of your gear and you are going full bore in the voiceover thing. It is a reason to join our group that you see, the website right down here, grindanddon'tquit.com. You won't get anything out of it if you're not where you need to be. So if you're going to join this group at grindanddon'tquit.com because you want to up-level where it is that you are, you want to do better than what it is that you're doing right now, it is the reason to join grindanddon'tquit.com. If you're not there yet, what you need to do right now is go ahead and grab this book. becoming a voice actor. Now, as well, I'm grabbing my other book here. This book, Steps to Voiceover Success, was my very first book that I wrote for voiceover. Start, Build, and Grow a Successful Voiceover Business. This book is on Amazon in Kindle as well as paperback. You can grab this book because it's going to give you the steps that you need in here. And let me just give you an example of what it is that I mean here. In this book, in the table of contents, I'm just going to go through this, what I go through here. I'm going to go through your gear. I'm going to go through your DAW. I'm literally going to go through your recording space and how to set this up. We're going to talk about why you may or may not need voiceover coaching. We're going to talk about whether you need an agent or not. We're going to talk about email marketing. We're going to talk about freelance sites. And we're going to talk about why you're doing voiceover and trying to solidify who you're doing voiceover for. This is the next level. It's why, so if you need the next level, grab this right now. It's on Amazon, Steps to Voiceover Success. But this one is for the pure beginner. Becoming a voice actor, the 4 steps to get you on your way. Now, I give you some bonus steps in here as well. And I do talk about getting work in that book, but these 2 books need to be on your shelf. You can get them on Amazon right now. Steps to Voiceover Success, as well as Becoming a Voice Actor. Both available on Amazon right now. If you're serious about doing this thing, you need to have the information that's going to get you on your way. And these 2 books will definitely get you on your way. Kenny Bridge is saying, I have that book. Awesome. I think he's talking about Steps to Voiceover Success. World Blessing, that was a great book, Earl, Steps to Voiceover Success. It helped me out a lot. Thank you so much, World Blessings. Go grab these books if you don't have them. This is not going to break your bank. These 2 books together are under $20. They're under $20 for both of them together. You get them both right now. It's less than $20. You'll have it by Monday or Tuesday. Grab them right now. Just go on Amazon, type it in, or you can click the link in the description for the books. So I'm excited about what is coming. I want to make sure that all of you are definitely subscribed to the channel, and you've ticked the bell so that you know when I'm going live. But I'm going to be putting out a poll on tomorrow, so I want you to be looking for it. I want your input on what you want me to be talking about. I'm going to give you options. Usually it's 4. You're going to take those 4 options. You're going to vote on one, and then we're going to come back here next Friday, because I come to you every Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every Friday, and we have conversations like this so that we can actually help the brand new, the up-and-coming voiceover artists start, build, and grow a successful voiceover business. I want to thank you all for just hanging out with me today, right? Literally just hanging out and being here with me today. Make sure you grab both of these books. Both of them. Get them both. Steps to Voiceover Success, as well as Becoming a Voice Actor. Both on Amazon right now. Go ahead and grab them. I love you guys so much. Thanks for being here with me today. And I'll see you next Friday. You take care.
You're a voiceover artist looking to start, build, and grow a successful voiceover career. Right now, you may be confused as how to even start, or you're just simply stuck. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to go ahead and give us a thumbs up right now. Make sure to join our free community at www.grindanddon'tquit.com, where we show you every day how to start, build, and grow a successful voiceover business.